Time to finally get the rest of this over with so that we can move on to the next thing. Planning something special for the next series. I haven't actually been to this final portion yet, so this should be interesting. Now, what is this we have? Strange. Very unusual.
The ship's weapons and defense systems aren't exactly ready to go, so you'll have to jury-rig them. But you're good at improvising, right? The Toads seem to have two methods of attack, missiles and fighters, so you'll have to watch out for both of those. Fortunately, we managed to install the defensive cannons. Yay! They will shoot down the nearest target when supplied with ammunition. You'll also have use of the missile tubes, which will allow you to construct and fire missiles. Missiles will automatically acquire and track targets, but have minimal maneuverability, so know what you're aiming for, okay? This isn't ideal, but, hey, I'm sure you can figure it out, or else we're all dead, I guess.
Interesting.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Very strange. I see.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
This is a very unique level. What is this we have? Well, the good news is we now finally have access to these. The controls. Now we can directly interface with our machines. First I need to figure out exactly what this is. This schematic looks like a hint.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
I see now. Oh, these are the options. So actually, no, this is not at all the correct configuration. The back of this one was obscured. So actually, there.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
That looks correct. The perfect rate. Now, this can be rotated and split. This way.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
There's going to be that same audio clip every time we experiment with this.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
So we can split to all four of these outputs. Or would it be better to just pick one? Oh wait, these are directional, so actually, oh I see now. Oh, the numbers correlate, so we're going to need to control all of this manually. For this, we should probably have a system for turning on and off the input so that it doesn't clog everything. Or perhaps just an automatic control system.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Yeah, that helps. So next, at this level, we can route these to their requisite locations. In these 3 locations. Yes, and the welding can happen like this time. Yes.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
And now this can fill up a clip. Instead of that, should we have a splitter? No, we should have a splitter first, and then individual clips for each of these barrels.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Oh, this is starting to work finally. We're definitely going to need elevators for parts of this. Oh, that lines up perfectly. And then finally on this level we can have this part. And I think this will work. There, let's actually
A lone
see.
missile cruiser has entered our space.
Oh, I forgot. Limit for these. We're also going to want controls for all of these so that they don't fire prematurely, I think. Or we can just have them auto-fire
A
and
lone
hope
missile
that they
cruiser
work.
has entered our space.
I actually don't think that's the best idea. Yes, it's not going to work automatically. We need to control it manually. And so in that case, we're going to need 4 control levers. And each one will control a single direction. And this is how to partition them. Very closely, but separate. Perfect. And then for each of these we should have a control for detecting the edge of a signal and only responding to that. This should be upper left, upper right, and bottom left and bottom right. Or should it be bottom right and bottom left? Yeah, we'll figure that out later. And for this, we should determine first whether or not we need this to be automatic. This is probably the most abnormal mission so far. There.
missile
looks
cruiser
correct.
has entered our space.
Have a new idea. This also can't work manually. I mean automatically. So the new idea is to have them be routed manually using these to whichever one we need. Yes. The only question is, how would we do that correctly? I have an idea. First, let's get rid of all this trash. This system is one in which the clip fills and then we can select where it goes. Using... That's actually a good question because these cannot activate up and down. Unfortunate. I have an idea for what would work. Here. And so we can stagger the pistons themselves, or the pushers. One row like this, and another like this. And each one will control one platform block. This is too close. Actually, if I reverse this, it shouldn't be a problem.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our
Yes.
space.
So now, these will all be off by default.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
That's not what I intended to work or happen. In that case, instead of doing it this way, we're going to need to do it the other way. The only other way that I know works. Here. There.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
I know a way to fix this.
A lone missile cruiser has
There.
entered our space.
Actually, this will help with the next
A lone
phase.
missile cruiser has entered our space. A lone missile cruiser
So
has
this will
entered our
fill,
space.
and then we can select. We can do whatever routing is most efficient, and then do the wiring conditionally. There.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Final component to get this working is this top row. That's too high. There. So now, whichever one of these we select, using the routing of the wires, will be the one that sends. Now the actual routing is going to be the biggest problem. This is one, attaches to this one. This is actually the next one here, which is this one, is 3, so it routes to here.